I want to pivot just a second. I want to talk about agents failing, the topic that Cody has to be asked about on every podcast he ever does for the rest of his life because of 8%. But before we do that, I want to talk about this episode's sponsor. So episode 118, you guys, is brought to you by the 7-Figure Medicare Agent Summit. Tickets might be sold out, but you can still pre-order the recording. If you done messed up, you didn't get a ticket, I understand. You know, you went to other events this year. You went to other Medicare events. You thought they would be better. You missed the one that you should have gone to. Okay, we understand. But you can still pre-order the recording. It's the next best thing. It's $197 up until the event. After the event, it goes up to $297. Pre-order, get it for a lower price while you can. It's the next best thing to being there live in person. And there's always next year. There's always next year for the 7-Figure Medicare Agent Summit. So make sure that you don't miss that opportunity to get in on the recording. All right, let's talk about failure, right? So I've thought about this a lot in my own life, right? As an agent, I'm in year 11 in the industry. I feel like my answer to this question, if someone was to ask me, has changed a lot over the years. It could be like I've seen somebody fail and there's a specific reason why they failed, and that recency bias is stuck in my mind in a sense. But there's a whole cataclysm of reasons, right, why somebody might fail in the space. I'm sure your answer has probably changed and evolved over time as well. Why do you think 92% fail in our business?
They struggle to consistently get in front of enough people to succeed. You know, they didn't have lead heroes quick enough, man. You know, they right? It is the answer though, and I will debate anybody on this topic anytime because you know what's funny is it's all the sales trainers in the world, which I've been along the way a little bit, right? Even though I don't think of myself that way. But yeah, I did make $117K at 20 years old, 8 months while I was in college playing basketball. So people say, okay, he's good at sales. I'm okay, right? My team thinks I'm amazing. I'm all right. But it's interesting because you would think sales skill is the number one thing you got to have. Well, sales skill doesn't matter if you don't see anybody, right? So it's interesting. It's product knowledge doesn't matter if you don't see anybody. Carriers don't matter if you don't see anybody. Sales training don't matter if you don't see anybody. Sales process don't matter if you don't see anybody, right? Like your belief and confidence and, you know, walking on fire and jumping in cold plunges and all the crazy stuff doesn't matter unless you see anyone, right? And so at the end of the day, your job is to consistently see people every single week. And if you feel like this business is a roller coaster, it's because you haven't got your marketing and leads figured out and you are not consistently talking to enough people every week. Only reason I made 6 figures at a young age is because I sat down and asked, and I did it cold calling and cold door knocking. Wouldn't recommend that to anyone, right? Let lead heroes do the calling for you, okay? And
that's right.
Now because of what I did then, I cold called and cold door knocked with no leads, and I realized how freaking hard it was. So now we help agents, right, with getting in front of people. But the number one reason they fail is they don't get in front of people. And I was trying to see and ask 10 to 15 people to buy life insurance every single week. And when I sat down and ran 10 full appointments, I made $2,000. When I didn't, I didn't.
I love the simplicity of that explanation because I think so many people get caught up in this, that, or the other thing. My contract levels weren't high enough, or, you know, the area I was in just wasn't good, or the carrier I had, the underwriting, you know, for this carrier is trash. I can't get anyone approved. Like, you can hear excuse after excuse after excuse, but when I've seen, and what really opened my eyes up to this whole concept that Cody just went through for you guys, like literally rewind, listen to it again, because it is the truth. Mm-hmm. When I was seeing inferior salespeople, people who I wouldn't even take advice from on, you know, what screwdriver I should buy from Home Depot, and they're out crushing it, right? They're making 30, 40K a month selling insurance, selling life insurance. That's when I was like, what's going on here? Like, how is this happening? It's volume of people that they're talking to. That was it. That was the whole key to success. Even though they're not a great salesperson, they're mediocre, they're inferior even. They're just seeing enough people that they're having massive success in this industry. It's crazy. You'll see it every day. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. Someone's out there running circles around you,
The most clear example that I can think of to this, that's just, I see it constantly, is there have been countless number of agents that leave the call center world and they work in a call center. Like there's one agent in particular, I never will forget this. He did like 800 to 1,000 apps in a year.
Crazy.
In a call center, all inbound traffic. And it was early on when I started working with agents, and I was pretty green in terms of working with agents. I'm like, this guy's gonna crush. I'm like, let's go. I was fired up for him, and I've seen plenty just like him since. But I remember him so distinctly because he comes out, right? And I worked with him heavily, spent a bunch of time training him, everything like that. He couldn't get in front of people. He couldn't prospect. He couldn't set appointments. He couldn't work leads. He was so used to being fed phone calls, inbound calls. Yep. And his first year as an independent, I want to say he did like 10 apps or less or something like that. I was shocked and floored. Wow. And there's been, and there have been countless examples of that where someone was in a good captive role, a good call center role. They were just slaying it. They're a great salesperson. They're good on the phone. But then being on your own is a totally different game. And it's a getting in front of the people game more than anything else. And that is the thing that people struggle with. I think it's so true.
Yeah, I do too. It's amazing where like this business can take you and how far you can go if you can start to really dial in and learn some of the stuff we're talking about. Like we complicate this thing way too much. Dude, your skill gets better as you see people. Your knowledge gets better as you see people. Your business gets better as you see people. Like at the end of the day, I really feel like there's three T's that I think about when it comes to business that I believe if you can start to solve some of these over time, your business will explode. And again, this is coming from a dude that thinks he's screwing up a $50 million revenue company right now. Okay. Number one is traffic, right? Is traffic. Most companies do not have enough traffic coming in their business. We talked about it a little bit. It will crush you. It just will, right? Two is time. You only have so much time. You need to maximize it, and you need to do things that make you money. Checking your email, checking freaking pending, and talking to carriers.
Yes.
I don't know. Like that Cody ain't spending sales time on that.
I don't know.
Right? Just not. Time. Also, the average human being spends 2 hours and 24 minutes a day doing this, scrolling social. 2.5 hours a day. Most of you, by the way. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. I love you. I love that you're in the group. I love that you're watching. But bro, come on.
Don't tell our audience to log out. Stay here, you guys. Stay here.
They're scrolling. They see a Kaboom ad.
Yes. Now you should watch Glenn, Christian, Cody, right? But 2.5 hours a day when you're not making any money.
Yeah.
Come on.
100%.
Right?
Great
That's the
point.
second one. The second one's
Great
time.
point.
The third one is talent. John Maxwell always said an organization's potential is directly related to its personnel potential. And this is coming from someone that has hired more bozos than just about anybody and had the circus running around my office for a long time, right? When I say circus, we actually did have a guy that had one guy that juggled fire. No joke. He would go out in the parking lot and juggle fire. He was on my sales team. I'm dead serious. How did I not get a video of that back in 2018? No joke. So when I share all this stuff, right? Traffic, time, talent, you will only go as far as your team can help you go. And man, I think we've went farther, faster than others in the industry, even though I would feel like we're screwing it up and we're not going fast enough. Okay. So it's not arrogance. I still think we are nowhere near where we can be. And I know that to be true. But it's because our team is really, 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 really good. And when I hire someone, we try to hire the best. Like we just had someone that was a GM of a local company making low six figures join our company a couple weeks ago. You know, like we had a trainer that worked at an insurance office 15 miles away that's jumping into our sales organization. Like we're attracting top tier talent. And I don't want anybody ever here, you know, to say, dude, there's nobody out there. It's tough to hire people. It's a struggle. Dude, like the more you say it, the more you will believe it. And if I can hire and have the team and the company and the growth that we've had in little Springfield, Missouri, with 150,000 people, so can